right, and welcome back to the final video in this series, 30 ways that you can get started in real estate investing. Obviously discussed a lot of subjects and topics and ways to get started in real estate investing, from some of the common ones, fix and flip and turnkey single family rentals, multifamily commercial investments, and some other niches that you may or may not have heard of before, or maybe not as familiar with, such as investing in opportunity zones, tax liens, private lending, the BRRRR method, buy, rent, or excuse me, buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and repeat, as well as some other niches. Like the video series says, this has been a all-encompassing topic of 30 ways that almost anyone can get started in real estate investing, even if they don't have a lot of funds available to invest. Now, I mentioned that for funds, as with any investment, be it a syndication, a fix and flip project, whatever the case may be, typically there are three main things that you need. You're going to need money. You're going to need time. And, what should I draw here? I'll just do a light bulb. I was not art major at SMSU. I majored in political science and public administration, but hopefully this comes through. For any real estate investment, it's going to need money, it's going to need time, and it's going to need knowledge. And this is whether it's a syndication, fix and flip project, turnkey rental, whatever the case may be. Now, as we close out this video series, and I kind of wanted to highlight and kind of tie in all these subjects together, because maybe you've been listening to this and it's like, well, gee, I don't know, maybe I don't have a lot of money available, but I have a lot of time available to research, to find deals. Maybe you're a hardworking white collar professional and have a lot of money, maybe a large retirement account, but you just don't have the time or the knowledge. Or maybe you have the knowledge, you have the time, but you need the money. And I bring up this because in closing, probably the biggest overarching method or way to get started in real estate investing that I could probably give you comes down to partnerships. Like I said, you need money, you need time, you need knowledge. But if you are down here, that doesn't necessarily mean that all three have to come from you. Maybe you can be a limited partner in a syndication. Recently, I started an investment project did an investment in a syndication for a Bitcoin mining fund, and also a syndication for a self-storage facility that's being developed in Oregon. I'm not an expert in Bitcoin, and I could not tell you what is the best graphic chip for mining Bitcoin, or what the most efficient use of utilities or green energy to use for mining a Bitcoin. I couldn't tell you that. I don't have the time to research that. I didn't have the knowledge of that. But I did have the money available for that in my self-directed retirement account. So since I had the money available, I partnered up with a syndicator that had put in the time to research how to start a Bitcoin fund, and actually wasn't their first Bitcoin mining project. It was actually the fourth one that I got into. I tend to very much believe in the investing mythology of the early bird may get the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese. I prefer to work with providers that do their due diligence and have a very long track record, and can give examples of, hey, I did project A, B, C, D, and E, and they had these returns for my investors. They are registered with the SEC. I did all these returns to the investors. I didn't lose any investor money. So now I'm looking at syndication F. So with that track record, with that good standing, those are the type of syndications and projects I tend to go after. So likewise, maybe you're watching this and, maybe you don't have a lot of money. Maybe you're, working a 9-to-5 W-2 job, and just the thought of even $10,000 to put towards a syndication or a fix and flip project or whatever the case may be. Maybe that's very daunting for you. But maybe you have a lot of knowledge. Maybe you grew up in an entrepreneurship family. You know what to look for, what makes a good deal for a real estate investing. So, earlier we talked about wholesaling, where you don't have a lot of money, but you have some knowledge, and maybe you can contract out. Bird dogging is a phrase in the real estate industry where you hire someone else to find that deal and put it under contract. Maybe someone else has the time. Maybe they work part-time. Maybe they're an entrepreneur. Maybe they, like, for whatever reason, having a flexible work schedule. They don't want a 40-hour commitment at a large workplace. So maybe if someone has the time, someone else has the knowledge, and you can bring the money to the table, and you need those three for any real estate deal. Likewise, maybe you can pool and have numerous investors that have the money, work with a syndicator that has the time, has a general partner or GP that brings the knowledge to the project. You're bringing the money, or the group of investors are bringing the money, and you are a limited partner or LP in the project. So in closing, I've talked a lot of different ways of getting started in real estate investing. And maybe you just look at it, it's like, well, gosh, I don't have the money to invest in this. I don't have the time to invest in this. I'm a busy working professional. I don't have the knowledge in this. I don't know the first thing about residential assisted living facility, or I don't know the first thing about a self-storage facility, or starting a Bitcoin mining fund, or whatever the case may be. Maybe you're short in all those areas. Maybe you're strong. You got a large self-directed retirement account. Maybe you're strong on funds, but have little time or knowledge. Maybe you have a lot of knowledge, but you don't have the money, or any combination of this. Just realize, with any partnership, any real estate deal, you need money, you need time, and you need knowledge. But all of those three components don't necessarily have to come from you. And this is where partnerships come in from. Reach out, network, LinkedIn, community meetup events. I make a point myself to go to a networking event at least once a year, whether it's the Spartan Summit down in Birmingham, Alabama, which I was just in February of this year. I've been to a Real Estate Guys investment conference. Hope to go to a New Orleans investment conference here in the near future. But reach out, network, expand your network. I'm an open book. Reach out to me on LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, or even my email. Feel free to, partner. Personally, I'll listen to any deal. I'm not necessarily going to say, hey, I'll invest in everything. But yes, I have funds available through my self-directed retirement accounts, or I have collateralized loans, or even credit lines that I can tap into. So if you're an investor or syndicator out there, maybe you have the knowledge and the time, but you're short on the funds, hey, reach out to me, talk to me, or reach out to your network. Maybe you need, like I said, you just don't have the time. Then, reach out to your network, look at a passive investment stream, partner with a syndication, a private lending opportunity, whatever the case may be. Just remember, money, time, knowledge. Any investment, you're going to need all three of those, but not all three of those need to come from you. So in closing, this is the last video in the series. Hard to believe I actually cranked out 30 videos here for the month of April. Hope at least a couple of nuggets maybe resounded with you. Maybe you got some ideas of how to get started in real estate investing. Feel free to watch, subscribe, and even rewatch the videos. Maybe you'll learn something the second go around. And as always, be sure to hit that subscribe button and share with your network and other like-minded individuals. With that, this is John Rickgarn, founder of the Wealth and Freedom Nexus, signing off on this video series of 30 ways to get started in real estate investing. Take care.